So you desire to make long sentences in English. Now, let's say this is the image you have. Well, an example sentence is, there are many green leaves in the forest. But look at the pattern that we learn from this sentence. There are many things or people in the, and then a specific location. You see, we can use this sentence as a pattern and we can choose our own examples. For instance, for things and people, number one, balls or kids or cars or animals. And if we change the sentence using this pattern, we can say, there are many balls in the, now look at location, classroom. Or we can say, there are many kids in the bathroom. Next, there are many cars in the garage. And finally, there are many, you guessed it, animals in the zoo. You see, these are the tools and tips that we are going to go over in today's English video lesson. This video is being brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an amazing company, and I believe it's going to help you so much because as my student, you have many different interests. Maybe you are creative, maybe you like business, or maybe you like technology, or maybe you even like different things dealing with lifestyle, but you want to learn about them in English. And that's what makes Skillshare so amazing. You see, Skillshare gives you unlimited access to more than 25,000 classes. The classes are all in English, which will enhance your knowledge of words, expressions, and content related to your interests. Plus, you can share and collaborate with a growing community of over 7 million other people in English. Now, I want to tell you about this special class they have, a logo design class with Drapeland, Secrets of Shape, Type, and Color, because some of you are interested in design. And this class right here will help you be a better designer, and you can learn how to do that in English. Now, they're offering something special for you. Click the link in the description to get a 2-month free trial, especially for my students. So again, click the link in the description, and I want to thank Skillshare so much for sponsoring this episode. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, so now we're back at our first picture. Now we have our next sentence. It says, many different types of leaves can be seen in the image. Well, now we have a pattern. Many different types of things or people can be seen in the thing or location. Now, let's see some examples. So for example, for the things or people, the first part, I've given examples like computers, shoes, singers, and books. Now for the second part, we have thing or location. I've put office, picture, book, or library. So now let's see the sentence. Now that we have this pattern and these examples, we can say, many different types of computers can be seen in the office. Or let's see number 3. Many different types of singers can be seen in the book. You see, that means the person is looking at a book that has various singers in it, or pictures of singers, okay? So let's say we have one more sentence about this image, the image on the left. The waterfall seems to be bursting through the trees, or coming through. So now we have a pattern. What's the pattern? The pattern is the noun seems to be, and then a description. So how is this going to work? Now we'll see. Examples. So we have the noun. We have apple, plane, school, or man. And for the description, we have very juicy, packed, empty, or hungry. Now make the sentence. You see, you've given the examples. Make the sentence. Here we go. Let's do number 2. The plane seems to be packed. You see, now you have a full sentence because you follow the pattern. Or number 4, the man seems to be hungry. You see, now you know another sentence pattern that you can use to make your English sentences. Now, let's look at another picture. Here's the first sentence for this picture. Both of the girls have long black hair. A very simple sentence, but the pattern is both of the noun, have, and then a similar description. Okay, so follow along. Here we go. So again, on the left side, we have nouns. So I've chosen 4 different nouns: houses, videos, men, and lessons. Now for the similar description, meaning adjectives that describe both of the nouns, I've chosen big windows, amazing intros, long hair, and audio files. So let's say I chose number 3, okay? My sentence would look like this. Both of the men have long hair. Or number 4, both of the lessons have audio files. So again, your sentence is perfect, and all you did was choose different examples of nouns or similar descriptions, okay? Now another sentence about the picture that I made up myself. The girls are both wearing tennis shoes and shorts. So now the pattern, the sentence pattern you can use is the noun are both adjective or action and adjective or action. Now, don't get confused. This is also a very simple pattern to follow. So here we go. The examples. For the nouns, I chose cars, boys, books, and students. Now, for the adjective or action, either one you can choose. So I put red and sporty. Okay, remember we needed 2, okay? Number 2, I put running and laughing. 3, interesting and long, and number 4, reading and writing. So let's say I chose number 2, all right? So example number 2, I'm going to say the boys are both running and laughing. Perfect sentence. And let's do number 4. The students are both reading and writing. Again, excellent sentence. Now we have one more sentence about this image. The girl on the right is thinking about the next game. Again, an excellent English sentence. Here's the pattern. The person on the, and give the direction or location, is, give a verb, about, and then the topic or situation. Now this one's a little bit more complex, but again, I will show you. So one simple example, here we go. So for the person, I put teacher. For the direction or location, I put left, all right? Then for the verb, I put talking, and for the topic or situation, I put the test. So my sentence would be, the teacher on the left is talking about the test. Again, perfect sentence, okay? You're doing a great job. Here we go. Next picture. There are sprinkles all over the table. So again, our pattern is there are, and then a thing, all over, and then a thing or a location. All right. So again, my examples, here we go. For the first thing, I have either ants, books, phones, or papers. And then for the second thing / location, I have plate, library, store, or desk. Again, I chose them randomly, but the sentences I can make with these words are great. Here we go. Number 3, there are phones all over the store. Perfect sentence. That's number 1. Go back to number 1. There are ants all over the plate. Again, perfect sentence. Here we go. Next sentence about the picture. Some of the chocolate from the milkshake spilled. What is the pattern? Here we go. Some of the thing, not a person, because we're using the verb spilled, from the, and then a connected thing. Okay, so here we go. I'll explain. 2, first thing is juice or candy, and then the connected thing. So number 1, carton. Why is that connected? Because juice normally comes in a bottle or a carton. And then number 2, bottle. Why is that connected? Because candy normally comes in a bag or a bottle. Okay. So again, my sentence following this pattern would be for number 2, some of the candy from the bottle spilled. Perfect sentence. Again, you guys need to be writing down these patterns so that you can yourself use these and actually speak English well also. Number 3, this is a new signature milkshake on their menu now. Okay, so again, what's the pattern? This is a new thing plus description. All right, now I'm going to show you how this is going to work. Here we go. There's 3 examples. So number 1, sports car from Italy. So again, I have the thing, but I'm giving a little bit more detail about it. Why? Because it came from Italy. Number 2, English book written by my teacher. Again, the description, it was written by my teacher. And number 3, song by my favorite artist. Again, giving more details about the thing. So let's say number 2, this is a new English book written by my teacher. Excellent sentence. All right. Okay, now we have our next image, our next picture. We say, the house has 4 balconies. Now our pattern is the person, place, or thing has a number and then person, place, or thing. So here we go. You got it. Person, place, or thing, I chose man and plane. Then for number, I chose 3 and 200. And then for person, place, or thing, I chose older sisters and seats. So let's do both of these sentences following this pattern. So number 1 becomes, the man has 3 older sisters. Perfect sentence. Next, the plane has 200 seats. Again, perfect sentence following the pattern. Now the next one is, the forest has trees that have orange and black leaves. Now the pattern is the noun number 1 has noun number 2. Remember, it cannot be a person. That have, now this is an adjective about noun number 2. And then another adjective about noun number 2. So let me show you exactly how this looks, okay? So again, these are my examples. So let's do the first one. I'm going to read the sentence following the pattern. My first example sentence would be, the woman has 2 cars that have tinted windows and keyless entry. So you see what's happening. I'm using these as adjectives to describe what actually is on the car. Now, a window is a noun, but in this situation, I'm using it as an adjective or a descriptive form. Okay, I'm describing the car. All right, tinted windows, not just windows, but tinted windows, and not just an entry, but a keyless entry. Okay, number 2. The building has bathrooms that have big stalls and large mirrors. Again, I'm describing the mirrors and describing the stalls. Very good. Now, our next sentence, the lake house is located in a very secluded or secret or hidden place. So our pattern is, the place is located in a very, and then description plus place. So here we go. Let's see an example. Okay. Number 1, the institute is located in a very populated area of the city. Again, I gave a description of the place. The place is the city, but I described it by saying it's very populated, or there are a lot of people there. Number 2, the concert hall is located in a very quiet town. Again, location is town. Description is it's quiet. Very good. All right. Now our next image, the girl is wearing a jockey hat. So the pattern, the person or animal is wearing and then a certain thing. So again, the examples I've given 4. So we have teacher, dog, singer, and athlete. Now the things are a long coat, a winter sweater, a bright shirt, and sweats. This is a short form of saying sweatpants or sweatshirt, okay? So let's do number 3. The singer is wearing a bright shirt. Very easy, right? Or you can say number 4. The athlete is wearing sweats. So you see how that works. Very good. You learn another pattern. Now our next pattern is, there are tall green trees far off in the distance. So again, in the picture, you can see that there are tall green trees in the distance, okay? Now our pattern is, there are, so the description plus a noun, far off in the distance. So our examples, we have number 1, ferocious or very violent or dangerous lions. Number 2, big clouds. Number 3, storm clouds. And number 4, happy children. So again, following this pattern, we're just going to put one of these examples inside of the empty space. So here we go. Let's do number 2. There are big clouds far off in the distance. Great job. All right. Now, number 3. The jockey is taking her horse to the open field for a ride. Here's the pattern. The person or animal is taking, we have a noun, to a location for a reason. Here's the example. The young man is taking his girlfriend to Central Park for a picnic. And that becomes our new sentence because we followed the pattern. Excellent job. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video lesson, and I hope you learned so much about English patterns, and I hope it helps you moving forward. You can also watch the next English video lesson by clicking the videos on the bottom of your screen. And as always, remember to speak English.